I be telling him he be stealing my tackles and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm going to give it to him. You know, he's technically a vet, so I'm going to let him have his shine.
Linebacker Tyrice Knight is with us. How are you, man?
Good. How are you?
Good. What's it like coming back the second year? Do you feel like, okay, now I can take a breath. I know what to expect. I know what it takes. Is it just, how different is it coming in this year versus last season
I
as a
feel
rookie?
way more comfortable coming in my second year. You know, second year with the playbook under my belt, I ain't really like seeing everything move fast as it was last year. Things been slowing down for me since like OTAs, since I got back this offseason. So honestly, I don't know how this year will go for me. I just got to keep building upon it.
How much of it also is just off the field stuff? Like, you know, taking care of, you know, like you're more settled, basically, right? I mean, you come in as a rookie and it's like, oh, I got to get a place to live.
Got to get my car up here. You know, got much of everything. But now I ain't gonna lie. Right now, I got a lot of resources that I carry on from last year. So just right now, just focusing on football and got to worry about all the outside stuff, leaving the facility. Yeah.
Hey, when you look back on your rookie season, what stands out to you? Do you feel like, oh man, I left these plays out there, or hey, I feel good about my season? How do you reflect back on your year?
For sure, I left a lot of plays out there. I also made a lot of plays as well. So, you know, I have mixed emotions looking back on my rookie season. But just overall, I just felt like I came in, I did what my coaches and teammates were expecting me to do. And I just know I earned their respect, and there's still a lot of stuff for me to earn.
I'll tell you what, you had a great rookie year, man. It's hard to play the way you played in the NFL coming up, you know, in your first year, man. I thought it was great. And so some of the things, like, are you starting to kind of focus in a little bit more on some of the details of this defense? I felt like that was, for me, it was like, okay, now I got all the steps down and everything, and you got to get lower, all of that stuff. But is it enabling you to, like, really get into the defensive scheme and be able to handle that part better?
Yeah, way more. You know the defense more and knowing what your teammates doing around you. You know you can play more freely because you know somebody else can have your back. You don't really got to overdo what you need to do. So just like, honestly, just learning defense more, that allowed me to play faster, more fluid, and just I'm gonna keep learning better every day, and I'm gonna continue to grow.
Hey, what kind of impact did Ernest Jones have on you? We had him on yesterday, had a great conversation with him, and it just seemed like when he came over, everybody started. I'm not giving him credit for the entire defense, but
you can give him the credit for that.
Things started to change in a really positive way for the defense and even your game. What kind of impact did he have on you?
Before, you know, he got here, he played 2 games before I even started back playing. But I just watched him on the game, like Sunday, just practice. I just noticed that we played the same way, just move, operate the same way. So I just felt like he just took my game to another level and just seeing things more, just reacting better and just knowing where the ball carrier going to be at before we know it's going to be at. Just he had a big impact on me. He know he continue to grow and continue to teach me new things every day. I'm really just looking forward to working with him this year for the second year in a row.
Sorry, Dave. Did you ask? Are you a guy that asks a lot of questions? Were you peppering him with questions, or were you just staying back and watching him?
Before I started back playing, I was just watching him. But once I started back playing with him, I would ask him questions on the field, off the field, and just really just trying to pick his brain.
He said that he called you off of a couple of blitzes that, like, I don't know if you can interchange, or that is that right?
You know, I be telling him he be stealing my tackles and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm going to give it to him. You know, he's technically a vet, so I'm going to let him have his shine. But
not this year.
Once I get back comfortable and I know I can play, I ain't listening to him. I'm telling him to stay on his side.
I was telling Bob a story yesterday about how there was these 2 linebackers that played before I played, and one of them would go, hey, I'm going. Cover me.
Yeah.
There's no room for that on this defense, right?
No. Yeah. But, yeah, he had a couple plays like that last year. I ain't going to tell him what it is, but, yeah. This year he ain't getting away with that.
I love it, man. Yeah, you have a unique ability to kind of sift through, like, all of the blockers and the motion and everything. Like, and that was the thing that Ernest Jones told us. His favorite thing is just to make tackles. Right. And that's what you did, and that's why you were the starter. I mean, how was that just something that was natural for you? Did you play other positions growing up?
No, I mean, everybody played both sides growing up in, like, little league and stuff like that. But when I got to high school and middle school, I for sure was strictly linebacker. But just sifting through blocks and all that, I think that just instinct and just you just got to have it in you. I don't think you can really teach that. You can try to teach it, but it just got to be in you just to
know where
the ball carrier just go be at. Because it's going to be a lot of people like how they know it's going to be there, but you just got to feel it. Because at the end of the day, we the running back on the defense, so they seeing us, we seeing them, and we know where the open gap will be at just like them. So just honestly just meet them at the point.
You know, this defense in the second half of the season was amongst the best in the league, you know, top 5 in a lot of categories. Now you get a full season with Ernest there and the coaching staff. Everybody's used to everything. I know it's only been a couple days of practice, but when you look at this defense, do you feel like, you know what, we're going to be that from day one? We're going to be one of the top defenses in the league?
Yeah, no doubt. You know, it's continuing to grow day after day. You know, just day 1 to day 2. You know, we still got a lot of things we got to clean up. But as a unit, we're growing for sure. We know what to expect. We know how we can play when everybody click together, how it was the last, 7 weeks of the season last year. So we know everybody do what they need to do. It's going to be real dangerous for our side of the ball for the rest of the year.
Looks like it's starting to ramp up speed-wise out there.
Yeah.
Looks like you guys are ready to put pads on.
Because I feel like pads already without even pads on right now, honestly.
Yeah, there was always fights because, you know, you're not supposed to tackle the running back, but also you don't want him running through your gap or anything. So, like, how do you handle that?
One play would be good, one play would be bad. You know, you just got to find that middle ground point, you know. But everybody know it. Like, it get dangerous running through that full speed, but you just got to – sometimes you got to back off, but sometimes, you know, you don't want to just, like, let her run through, tag off, because you didn't make the play. Like, a lot of plays today, they like, you didn't make that tackle, but we're like, y'all know we can't tackle y'all.
Exactly.
So, but we get pads on, we get back to the third tempo, they're going to know that the tackle was for sure made.
Yeah, that's frustrating, I think, for linebackers in particular, just because it's like, hey, no, I made the tackle, man. Don't keep running. You
know you don't want to tackle right now, so you ain't really like getting in the gap. You just stand a little yards away and just trying to like tag off, but they ain't think you gonna be there. But eventually that you go out the window.
Is there any smack talk where they're telling you, nah, you wouldn't have tackled me? I'd have cut right through you, or you guys
yeah, somebody told me that early in the day, but you know I ain't listening to it. I know what I would have did, and I'm pretty sure they know what I would have did as well.
Hey, so what was your off season like? Now that you kind of knew how to treat the NFL, how to prepare physically, did you take much time off, or did you get right back to training and you just follow a strict diet? How'd you approach your off season?
When I first got back down to Miami, I was pretty much the first couple of days, the first couple of weeks, I would just get my body back right. Just wasn't really on the field as much. I was lifting a little bit, just getting back mobility and just strengthening all the areas that I left here, like banged up or whatever. And nutrition-wise, I mean, even without the food, Miami was really hot. Your body didn't have no choice but to get in shape. But I started eating way better this season. I came back way leaner than I was last year. My body felt great. I feel like a step faster. And just I'm going to try to keep that whole diet this whole 2025 year, but season-wise.
Hey, Tyrice, what you're to the point now where you pretty much, I mean, you've seen this defense for a full year and, you know, through the OTAs and everything. Are you able to kind of tell what the difference is with this offense and what the offense that the Seahawks are running and what's different about it?
Yeah, they're running off the ball for sure. There's a lot of more 20, 21 personnel, a lot of 12 personnel. They for sure running off the ball way more. But at the end of the day, it's getting us better because that's what we're going to see this year as well. So, you know, it's just iron sharpening iron every day. And, you know, I'm just looking forward to keep competing with the offense throughout the training camp.
Do you pay attention to any of the national opinions on the team? Like, you know, the talking heads out there making predictions?
With everybody have pros, everybody have cons, like negatives, positives. You can't really pay attention to that. Just worry about what you think on in-house. I mean, you can't really pay attention. You can try to pay attention to everybody. That's where you just mess up your head. So you just got to leave the outside noise alone.
Hey, Tyrice, what took you eventually to UTEP? How did that process go? You were born in Florida, right? Yeah, tell us about like your high school career, and then did you go to you went to Independence?
Yeah, Independence, Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had left high school 4 offers: Bowling Green, Sanford, USF, and Campbell. I was planning on going to USF out of high school, but I had waited too late to commit, and they ran out of roster spots. Yeah. So that's how I ended up at Independence. But I was a full qualifier and all that, so I could have left after my first year. But the first year I redshirted. And second year, I played good. I had, like 70 tackles, 5 picks, and I balled out my second year. Yeah. The only offer I had was UTEP, so that's how I got there out of Independence. And, you know, back in the day, God knew what the plan was. He had his own will, so I was appreciative of the whole journey I took. If I never took it, I probably never got here.
Yeah.
Well, Tyrice, it was fun watching you in your rookie season, man, seeing that growth, especially toward the end of the season, and can't wait for this one. Congrats on how things went in season 1, and we wish you the best in season 2, and hopefully we're talking again.
Yeah, no doubt. Looking forward to talking to y'all again.
There you go. Tyrice Knight of your Seattle Seahawks spending a few minutes with us. Appreciate the time. They wrap things up for the day out here.